your name, my friend?
What are your name? What is your name?
There are no members of the public about for an antisocial behaviour crime being committed.
No,
Antisocial behaviour is committing antisocial
No,
behaviour.
it's not.
So that is basically...
And your collar number?
Are you an auditor, or are you...
And your collar number, please?
I have to give you my collar number. My identification is on my shoulder there.
And then if I can't read, it's not your policy to identify.
As officers 11196 and QP16 approach, demands for ID and threats of arrest for antisocial behavior begin to ring out. Although this is a UK context under PACE Code A, there is a striking parallel to the US First Amendment right to record public officials. In fact, the landmark case Glick v. Cunniff 2011 affirmed that filming the police is a core component to free speech. In the UK, misusing ASB laws to demand ID when no member of the public is distressed is a grave abuse of power.
Okay then guys, so PTTP is here somewhere called Bluewater. We're at Bluewater police station. Matt came here about a year ago and yeah, it wasn't quite so good. But yeah, I've just come down the M11, down the M25, windy as hell on there. The crosswinds are a nightmare on the motorbike. But yeah, when Matt came here there was only one marked unit parked there. There was a little panda, I think it was. Oh. Let's take that mask down now, I'm not riding. Yeah, so... get a few pictures of these cars and that. I think that was the little sort of one that was here when he came. So this is part of Kent Police. This is interesting. A little magpie on the fence there. There's quite a lot of birds around, you can hear a lot of bird song in the background there. Yes, it's an odd little station though. So there is a sign here saying information access for police personnel only. We won't go through the gate. Yeah, I noticed, you know, some forces have the like slogans and things on the side of the vehicles, but Kent Police doesn't have anything. Yeah, so they got one van and 3 cars situated here. It looks like they do have some sort of custody holding back there. That's usually indicative of some form of custody cell, that type of windowing. Yeah, so yeah, an odd little place to have a police station. We've got a big sort of body of water and that over there. It's quite interesting. I think I saw some signs for like zip lines and stuff nearby. Yeah, it looks like some sort of lake or anything. Yeah, not about yourself? Yeah, good.
Sorry, I didn't know who you were. I was just trying to see...
Pardon?
Police officer, that's all right. I'm just trying to see what you're up to. So I didn't know...
Police officer?
Yes.
Oh, have you got your warrant card there, have you?
I have, certainly.
Lovely, cheers.
You alright? Can I help you? What are you up to?
No, not too bad, thank you. Carl Frey, was that
10969.
10969? You're Sergeant, lovely. Nice to meet you.
What's that? Well, Chief Inspector, actually, I've got to update my card.
Oh, okay, so that's out of date.
How
Does
can I
that
help
mean
you?
it's invalid, or if it's not up to date?
Does it say again, sorry?
Does that invalidate your card if it's not up to date?
Does it
Your warrant
invalidate
card?
it?
Yeah, your warrant card.
No, I don't think it invalidates it, no, but
No?
it's in the post. I've only just been promoted. So
Oh, you've just been
hopefully-
promoted. Well,
hopefully it'll come
congratulations
through.
on your promotion,
Thank you.
Chief Inspector.
Thank you.
That's a hell of a jump, isn't it, from Sergeant to Chief Inspector?
Sorry, we're chatting. I just wanted to have a conversation. I just wonder what you're doing. So it's filming outside the police station, just making sure everything's okay.
Yeah, everything's fine, yeah.
Lovely. Can I ask what you're filming?
Well, just around the area, isn't it, really?
Just around the area?
Yeah, yeah.
So I just wondered what you was filming. That's what you seem to film the wildlife. Is it an interest of yours?
There's a lot of questions here. I don't understand.
I was just merely sharing questions. You sharing questions with me. We're just having a conversation. That was all.
Okay. Well, I appreciate your time, but you know, I said Chief Inspector. I'm fine.
Are we streaming
I don't
live?
need
I'd
any
just like
help.
to know if I'm on telly. Are we streaming live? Are we going out anywhere?
No, no, I'm not live. No, no.
Oh, okay. But you are filming me, yeah?
Yes, yeah. Currently
Okay.
filmed.
Can I ask why you're filming everything? Just curious.
Why not?
Why not? What you're entitled to? I was just asking a question, being polite. That was all.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I appreciate your politeness. What I said, you know, I don't need any help. Don't need any assistance. Everything's fine.
Okay.
That's it, really.
Lovely. No worries. Are you prepared to share your details with me at all?
Do I have to?
No, you don't have to.
No, no.
Okay. All right.
That's fine.
Stay safe. Have a good day.
Andrew,
Lovely.
take care. Okay. We've got Chief Inspector. Interesting. How bizarre. Because when that car rocked up, I wasn't even filming the police station. I was filming down over there. And even doing that, you know, you still get questioned. And already it seems a lot better than when Matt came here.
But it doesn't have any ID on him or anything like that.
Right, yeah, even if I did, it's not something you're entitled to.
By all accounts, you may have entered private premises.
To get a picture of the car, yeah.
That's okay. You're not allowed to enter private premises to do that. So for that, it's a civil matter for which the police could possibly prosecute you. And in order to prosecute you, we'd need your details.
You can't prosecute for that.
Civil prosecution, trespass.
You can't.
Yes, we can.
The officer claims a civil prosecution for trespass. In the UK, simple trespass is a civil tort, not a criminal offense. Police have no power to arrest or prosecute for it. Their only role is to prevent a breach of the peace while the land occupier requests someone to leave.
No, you can't. The only thing you can do is remove someone. There's no bloody prosecution for trespass.
Yes, there is.
No, there isn't.
So how is it you're so
Because
versed?
I know.
Because you know what?
Because I know, don't I?
You know what?
You should know for your supervisor.
Insert Rice versus Connolly 1966 reference. At common law, a person is not obliged to answer any questions or provide ID to a police officer. Standing your ground and knowing the law is not obstruction.
If I wanted to go in here and take a picture,
Get out of the property now.
right?
Get out of the police property now.
Let's go out now.
You are finding yourself likely to be arrested.
For what?
For antisocial behaviour.
There's no.
What name, my friend? What are your name? What is your name?
There are no members.
The officer threatens arrest under the Antisocial Behavior, Crime, and Policing Act 2014. To demand ID under Section 50, the officer must believe you are causing harassment, alarm, or distress to the public. Filming a public building is a lawful activity, not ASB.
The public about for an antisocial behaviour crime being committed.
By being in
Antisocial
here.
behaviour is committing antisocial
No, it's
behaviour.
not.
So that is basically demonstrating antisocial behaviour, which
Go
is
for it.
defined under the Act, yeah?
Of-
So what it is you are committing antisocial behaviour because it is
How?
antisocial to me.
No, it's not.
And it's antisocial to my friends.
You don't qualify for antisocial behaviour because you're not a member of the
Really?
public.
The officer claims it's antisocial to me. Legal fact. A police officer on duty is not a member of the public for the purposes of Section 50. They cannot be the victim of ASB to trigger their own power to demand your name and address.
Really? Yeah.
Really?
Go and arrest me then. See where that
Well,
gets
what I'm
you,
going
son.
to do is, like, if you go into our areas, if you go into our private property, we will
Yeah.
arrest you. Yeah.
For what? You don't know because there isn't anything. You can throw us out, you can remove us by force, but you can't arrest us. Who are you, by the way?
The officer refuses to provide his identity while demanding the citizen's ID. Under PACE Code A, G-wise, if an officer exercises a power to stop, search, or detain, they must provide their name, number, and station. Accountability is a two-way street.
Call number.
My collar number is 11196. Who are you?
Right, none of your business.
Who are you?
None of your business.
Who are you?
None of your
Who are you?
business. None of your
Who are
business,
you?
fella.
Who are you?
Are your ears painted on or what?
Say again.
Are your ears painted on
No
or
need to
what?
insult me, friend.
Right.
There's no need to insult me. Am I being
Listen-
insulting to
listen
you?
to what I'm telling you
Am I
then.
being insulting to
Listen
you? So
to
why
what
are
I'm
you
telling
insulting to me?
Because you're not listening. I've told you 5
Go
times.
towards that facility and you will be managed away from that facility.
I know that. I know that. How you expect
I
that?
think you've probably achieved your objective.
Yeah.
What we'll do is we'll close up this
It
premises.
will be quite interesting on YouTube or whatever.
Why are you
Yeah,
shaking?
absolutely.
Why are you shaking?
I'm not shaking.
Yes, you are.
Hang on.
The camera's perfectly still,
we're not here
fella.
to discuss who's shaking or whatever.
I'm just asking him a question.
The anticipation of potential violence is something that does cause adrenaline to run through the body.
I'll be.
So there we go, I'm going to wrap that up and I'm going to head down to the next place and I shall see you all when I get there. Until then, stay safe, remember your rights, and as always, Sarah.
Video 1 warns of police misusing antisocial behavior laws to force unlawful identification. Stay calm and demand a specific legal basis before complying with any requests. Stay tuned for Video 2 to witness a high-stakes confrontation where a professional officer teaches their colleague a costly lesson about transparency and accountability.
There you go, thank you. Would you like another opportunity?
No, I'm fine.
No, you're fine. Okay, so you're just going to be an absolute idiot about it.
I'm not
He's
gonna-
got,
Well, I mean, you
he's
are.
got other jobs and that, and you know, we have to rely
Yes,
on
but
that.
you have a collar number for the specific reason, as we've just heard us discuss, for accountability reasons. You're making a very large assumption that I have the ability to read that my eyesight is good enough to read that.
These two officers have identified, and if you do
Yep.
need my details, they can be.
Okay, it's
that's
still,
when-
that's
when
still,
you make your complaint,
again, that's not
fine.
your policy,
Okay,
so that's fine. I'll make a complaint to your
Okay,
chief
not a
constable,
problem
that's
at
not a problem.
Not a problem
Actually, I'll
at
probably go straight through the IOPC, because otherwise it goes to your
Yeah,
local
that's-
PSD and gets
that's
kicked
not-
down and
yeah, I
disregarded.
appreciate that, that's not a problem
Yeah,
at all if you
no
do that,
worries.
that's absolutely. Hey mate, you alright?
Not bad, how are you?
How's it going? What are you up to?
Just, as you see, just taking some pictures and out of your cars and out there.
Oh, okay.
That's all. Yeah. And you are, sorry?
Police officer.
And your collar number?
Are you an auditor, are you? Or are you...
And your collar number, please?
I have to give you my collar number. It's my identification just on my shoulder there.
And then if I can't read, it's not your policy to identify for members of the public?
I don't need to do it.
Under College of Policing guidelines and PACE Code A, officers must be identifiable. Refusing to state a collar number verbally fails the accessibility test for visually impaired citizens.
No, it's not identified, no.
Okay. Are you here to just cause issues, or are you here to just
No, I'm just here to take pictures and that, that's all. As I said, I've just noticed as I was walking down to take pictures, your colleague's window was open, I could see the screen, made them aware of it.
Okay, have they sorted that?
Yeah, they closed the window,
Okay.
fine. Yeah, it's so simple as that.
Cool. Okay, I'm
Yeah,
sure we're not here to cause you a problem. I'm sure you're not here to cause a problem. We're just,
You know, your colleagues not in uniform refuse to identify while engaging in a policing activity. Not fantastic, is it? It's against policy. You are required to identify. You're engaging in a stop and account. You are required to identify. Because if I have any complaints, how am I supposed to make that complaint if you haven't kept yourself to the accountability standards that the force requires? So, you know, again, you refuse to identify properly because, again, you don't know that I can read, so you're refusing to identify properly. Yes, you're in uniform, but again, if I want to make a complaint against you,
you can give the time and date and where the location where you are. My body cam's recording, so
oh, is it?
It can all be.
How come it's taken you this long to let me know that your body cam's recording?
Talking.
And is it the policy not to, at the first most practical opportunity to
I think
allow
that was the most
that?
practical time to inform
Was it?
you.
So because you come in like and gone hands-on with me?
I haven't gone hands on.
Exactly. So why is not the first thing that you say, good afternoon or morning?
What
you
you're
would?
doing, because that's the first question I asked you, and then we've had a conversation, and now I've told you.
Yeah. But the first most practical opportunity is to say, good. By the way, you are being recorded.
Okay.
Otherwise, you could be covertly recording me under the Regulations of Investigatory Powers Act, couldn't you?
But that's not happening, so don't worry about that.
It could, because it took you X amount of time to alert me when there was plenty. The only situation where it's not practicable at the first opportunity is if you're going into a hands-on situation.
Is it?
Any other time, there's no reason, and this has been dealt with in the tribunal by the tribunal that deals with the REFA Act, that the first most practical opportunity is when you approach somebody. If you have your camera on or you turn it on, if you approach with your camera on.
Body-worn video, PWV, guidance states notification must happen at the earliest practicable opportunity. Failure to notify without a tactical reason borders on covert surveillance under RIPA.
You should alert them when you approach, unless you're going hands-on. If you turn it on whilst engaging in a conversation, you should turn it on, and then once it's recording, so it's stated on the camera, by the way, you are being recorded for my safety and your safety, blah, blah, blah. You have the right to do it, same way that I have the right to do it. It's not a problem, it's the notification that's the problem.
Okay.
You know.
But I've notified you at a time that I think is practical, so I've done that, so it's fine.
Okay, you can justify that to a tribunal, it's fine, no worries.
So what are you
so you're going to try to identify yourself properly yet?
No, I'm happy.
You're happy, yeah?
Yeah.
Would you like to identify yourself, or would you like a complaint as well, sir?
So, can I ask you a question? Before my colleague steps in, so my name is PC2376.
Thank you, so that's how it's done, thank you.
My colleague here was obviously made aware that the window was open.
Yeah.
And he's got concerns because of data protection and that. that you might have recorded something on your phone from the screens.
If there is anything, I'm not sure if there is or not. If anything is captured on there, that will be evidence for me to report that to the Information Commissioner's office, because obviously the onus of data protection is on the organiser.
The data protection excuse is a common police fallacy. The onus is on the data controller, the police, to secure screens, not on the public to look away in a public car park.
Not on whoever sees that
you
information.
You don't expect someone to stick their head through the window.
I didn't stick my head through. I didn't stick my head through a window.
So
I saw it from a
public
place.
Because somebody else's information, this is a secure site. Well,
I understand that.
It's not as secure as we'd like.
Well, no,
it to
exactly.
be.
It's not secure at all, is it? Really?
No. We are trying to work on that, but unfortunately, you have to do with what you've got.
Even a bit of signage saying no unauthorised access beyond this point would go a long way, because I do respect signs like that.
No, okay.
I will take. But I did have a look around, and there is nothing there.
I will genuinely take that to the senior leadership team, because I think that is fair enough.
Yeah, absolutely.
They are trying to redo everything. Yeah, financially, we have to wait until the budget.
I suppose it's quite a small town, isn't it? Lower priority. Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
We get shoved right to the bottom type of thing. We're right on the borders, between different forces and that. So it is totally, I understand where you're coming from, and I'll pass it on to the senior leadership team.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
I've just got concerns about the data protection that's on that video. Do you know what I mean? Because that's somebody else's private stuff and that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we obviously learn from things like that. So you've pointed it out, they've closed the window, it is really hot in there, we've got no air conditioning.
Again, I completely understand that, but obviously data protection takes priority over that, unfortunately. You can get a fan in there, and I understand, I've worked in many various locations where health and safety data protection takes priority over that.
Is that a live?
It's not, I'm not live streaming, no.
If there is something, would you delete that?
Not necessarily delete it, but I would make it anonymous. I would blur it out if there is anything, if I were to post it anywhere.
Yeah, but
absolutely.
It's not their fault, you know what I mean?
No, of course. I've raised the issue of I've raised the issue of data protection, and obviously I raise it as an issue because I do see it as an issue. I'm not going to go share that information. That would be very hypocritical of me, wouldn't it?
Absolutely.
So if there is anything captured on the camera, it won't be made available to the public. It will be forwarded to the ICO.
That's fine. Yeah. Can I take your details?
No, I'm okay.
Can I take your name?
No, I'm alright.
Just first name, so I know who I'm speaking to.
No, I'm alright. Thank you.
So you've got my collar number, but I can't take yours.
Yeah, but as a Crown servant, obviously you have issues of accountability when dealing with members of the public, and that's why. Yeah, I know.
Your first name.
I know.
I don't even know anything else,
but then obviously
that
coupled with my image, which obviously he's notified me he's recording.
Obviously we do that because I'm open and honest. You know what I mean? Yeah. We record things so that you can see what we do. And we can
absolutely.
See,
I completely agree with the use of body cameras. Completely.
That's the thing is I can't hide saying, oh no, I didn't say this to this man, or this man didn't say anything.
No, exactly the same reason why I record any interaction I have with you as well.
Yeah, that's why we record everything. I protect my back. Of course. People have said we do things. Of course. We don't.
Yeah. But with your collar number and that, obviously you're bound. You have to identify. You did it correctly verbally because you can't guarantee that I can read.
You know what I mean?
But you have to wear that for accountability reasons. That's why I'm entitled to have that, because you're dealing with a member of the public in a stop and account situation. Accountability, you have to identify yourself for that exact reason, which he doesn't seem to understand. And sorry, we got interrupted. Would you like the opportunity to identify?
498 PC Biffin.
Sorry,
PC Biffin.
And your collar number, please?
4988.
4988. There you go. Thank you. Would you like another opportunity?
No, I'm fine.
No, you're fine. Okay, so you're just going to be an absolute idiot about it.
I'm not
you
he's
are.
got other jobs and that, and we have to rely
yes,
on
but
that.
you have a collar number for the specific reason, as we've just heard us discuss, for accountability reasons. You're making a very large assumption that I have the ability to read that my eyesight is good enough to read that.
These two officers have identified, and if you do need my details, they can be.
Okay, that's still again, that's not your policy, so that's fine. I'll make a complaint to your chief constable. That's not a problem. Actually, I'll probably go straight through the IOPC because otherwise it goes to your local PSD and gets kicked down and disregarded. Yeah, no worries. Okay, a nice picture of your face as well, so I can just make sure that goes to the right person.
Yeah, no problem. Is there anything else I can help you with today, sir?
No. Like I said, obviously, I've made the issue of that window and I've made that aware.
Which I'm literally going to go speak to my inspector.
Yeah, and that's fantastic. Obviously, if I were to say to come back in half an hour and I walk back and that window's open again, you're now willfully and negligently disregarding data protection, and that's fantastic. So, I've been to places where they close it because I'm there, and then I come back at like 10, 15 minutes, half hour late, and they just reopened it because they think I've gone. And that's not the point of what I'm trying to raise.
Unauthorised people on the site.
Yeah.
They are trying to get gates and all of that, but it's planning permission and all of that. So, unfortunately, we have to work with what we have.
Yeah.
Just hope members of the public would be, understanding with that.
Yeah. Like I said, just pictures of your police cars and that. It's a local force just trying to come and have a look around, really, and see where the local money's going.
Yeah.
And,
definitely not here, mate.
Definitely not here, apparently. Well, thank you you've been very lovely and professional. I appreciate that. So you've told me you're recording. Have you been recording?
I am recording, yeah.
You are recording. So again, the same issue that I raised with him. Is there a reason you haven't notified me of that? Is there?
It's not necessary, is it? They're all three of
No.
recording.
No. You told me that you're recording. You didn't say we're all recording you. You told me that you're recording. That's your responsibility. It's his responsibility to let me know that he's recording me.
It's not necessary.
It is necessary. Would you like to refer to the College of Policing guidance? Because
No, we're fine, thank you.
no, you're fine. Exactly.
The officer's "it's not necessary" attitude violates the Peelian principles. Policing by consent requires absolute transparency to maintain public trust.
Exactly, because you're not interested in you're not interested in actually learning what your policies are and adhering to them, are you? You're just one of those tyrants that just wants to go around and do what you want to do, ignore your policies. No, that's fine. That's fine. I'm not interested in talking to you. I'll rather talk to your colleagues. You're just a bit of a tyrant, and I have no interest in talking to you. Yep. If you're
polite to you and try to have a conversation with you, if you disagree, that's absolutely fine.
yeah. Well, I mean, if you're not going to follow your policies on your guidance and you have no interest in learning them, because I can refer you to the guidance in which it tells you about your body-worn cameras, in which it tells you about identifying yourself. But again, you have no interest in it, so what's the point in talking to you any further? But yeah, again, thank you. You've been very professional. Straight away identified yourself, told me that you're recording a little bit later than I would have liked, but...
Sorry, yeah, I was there, my colleague spoke to me.
Yeah,
on that
exactly.
side, so he was
Yeah,
telling me
you
about
weren't the one
windows,
directly
so-
engaging with me. I was talking to him, so I understand
Yeah.
that, but he had every opportunity.
That's fine. Like I said,
you know.
I'm going to go back and speak to my inspector about
Yeah.
authorised personnel signs.
Yeah.
Even if we can do that.
Yeah.
Like I
Again,
said,
not everybody's going to
no,
respect those
no.
signs, but at least then you've got the footing of you've been notified
I mean,
of trespassing before you've entered
We
the
are
site,
police
you
station,
know.
we want them to be able to come and ask us for help. That's what we are for.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
want to help them
Yeah.
in their times of stress and everything like that. We don't want to be unwelcoming.
No, of course. Like I said to
We'd
your colleagues
also-
when they first came out with non-uniform, you've got a sign on that door which is clearly for public information that says, you know, if the office is closed, call 101. That's obviously for public information. And if you put that there, it's almost an expectation that the public are expected to be there.
Well, because it's not closed, you know.
Exactly.
We
So
don't have a closed fence.
no.
So you can come in. Obviously, we have to try and protect ourselves because you get members of the public that try to do harm to the police.
Yeah.
They don't like the police.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But-
Anti-police. They try. We've had screws put by the wood tyres
Okay.
and things like that.
Yeah.
So that's why they were just checking
Yeah.
to make sure.
But then
you
obviously,
weren't
I'm
doing
sure
any
you've got
harm.
CCTV around a sign saying you
Yeah,
have
we
and
do.
that.
Yeah,
and obviously, I'm walking around, my face is uncovered. I'm not making any efforts to hide myself. I'm not trying to be covert.
No.
You know, otherwise I wouldn't have made myself apparent to the person in the window. You know, I would have.
Yeah.
You know, if I had nefarious intent with that information, I would have stood there and filmed it for as long as I could before I got noticed and not said anything. That would have been, you know, if I had nefarious intent with it.
Yeah, I can see
you
that.
know.
I think it's just, you know, you pointed out a thing. Thank you very much.
You're
I'm going to go speak to my inspector now.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
I'm hoping that you're not going to have any nefarious things about putting spikes or
Okay,
anything like that.
if I was, I'm on your body cameras. My face is quite clear. Like, I don't think it would be difficult.
But I'm just saying, you know what I
for you
mean?
to figure it out,
we're going to
yeah.
go back. We're going to leave you to it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, no, I fully appreciate it. Like, again, I'm not the anti-police. I'm anti-police like that who don't want to follow policies and think they're above doing what they're supposed to do. But you've been fantastic, and
it's people's
you know.
experiences, isn't it?
Yeah,
Some people
but
have had
as
bad
constables, you should approach every situation independently, shouldn't you? Really.
It is hard. We're human beings. At the end
I
of the
know,
day.
I get that, but you're held to
You
a
know what I
much
mean?
higher standard because of the job role that you take on. You know, you take
It
an
is.
oath to the crown of this country, and we expect you to
100%,
live
but you know what I mean? It can
your
be
life
hard
to
when
that.
you've got members of the public
Yeah,
who want
yeah.
us, harm us, punch us every day.
Yeah,
you know.
sure, but you know,
You know.
but then we say as members of the public, we have police officers that want to do that to us, and it does happen. You can't deny that it does.
I'm not saying that's what I'm saying. Is
Yeah, so we have the same
we
thing.
generalise.
Yeah.
It's
Again,
our
but I will give
subconscious.
everybody their fair dues. Like I've given you, I've had a polite conversation with you, and
Yeah.
I've told you thank you for doing your job as you're supposed to do,
Yeah.
following your policies. And I will give everybody their fair dues, and that's
Yeah.
all we expect from the police as well. You know, we expect that two-way street. At the end of the day.
We do try and work a two-way street.
The
I've
confidence
given
in
you my
policing this
details.
country
I
is
would have liked
plummeting, and
your
we're trying to
details,
build. You know, we like to try and build the bridges rather than tear them down. But we don't want people that. You know, if he's not willing to follow simple policies, how can we expect him to follow the ones that actually are way more serious? You know, it starts with the basic level, and that's what it's like. Your school uniform. If you can't be bothered to do your school uniform, how can you be or wear your uniform at work? They don't expect that. It's an indicator of you're not going to be bothered to do your job properly or learn properly, and that's what it's about. If you can't follow your basic policies, how on earth can we have the confidence in you to do your job when it really matters? And that's the kind of people that we don't want in our police forces, is people that, if they can't follow the simple stuff, how can we trust them to do anything more serious when they've got powers that can demolish people's lives, you know?
And support people.
Yeah.
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 No, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, you know, your powers can do great
Okay,
things, but they can
okay.
also do very dangerous things, you know, and if we can't trust you to use them properly, that's scary.
Okay, dokie. Well, we're gonna. Like I said, I would have loved to give you your first name.
Yeah, I know you
Does
would.
it be after your pink shirt or something?
Probably.
Like that?
Or my cologne, maybe. But yeah, no worries. Well, thank you for your time, and I
problem at
appreciate
all.
your professionality.
Okie dokie then. Thank you.
Although these incidents took place in the UK, the officer's actions violated the core principles of the Fourth and Fifth Amendments of the United States. Compelling an individual to self-incriminate or provide identification without reasonable suspicion of a specific crime constitutes unlawful coercion. In American law, any evidence obtained through the baseless threats of arrest we witnessed would be suppressed under the fruit of the poisonous tree doctrine.